Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is one that's going to be recorded very quickly and no insane background into it as much as the researching goes, because Arne Slot has just been sacked by Liverpool. And I say just, it was an hour or two ago. I was at the pub watching Harlequins play Saracens, which we lost, but hey ho, it's not the end of the world. But Arne Slot has been sacked as Liverpool manager, and as much as bad as I feel for him, it had to be done realistically for the sanity of the club, for how the club was going to go. It needed to happen. Okay, so why has he been gone? Is it the 20 losses in the season, which is the most of a Liverpool manager, I believe, for the last 50 years of club history? Who knows? But 20 losses, unacceptable. Is it his love of Gakpo, who can I put the picture there? Because you know how Mbappe dictator meme at Real Madrid currently? There's one of Gakpo at Liverpool because he constantly played when he was really bad and underperforming. Could put it here, could not. Depends how I feel about it, if it's crossing a line or not. Or is it the fact that Arne Slot came in, won the league in his first season, but somehow managed to change us from believers to doubters, which was completely the opposite of when Klopp came in 2015, when he wanted to make us from doubters to believers? It's awful. But hey, realistically, the first season is never as good as the second. And if you're also a Tottenham fan, the second season's always better than the first with Ange. You got to wait for the second part. We saw the second part with Slot, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. What? He spent £500 million, £500 million, and what? We bought in Wirtz. Wirtz, great. We bought in great players. We bought in really good players, but they've all been unfortunate with injuries and just not performing well enough and not fitting to his system. So what? We bring in Wirtz, we bring in Frimpong, we bring in Isak, we bring Ekitike, who's been brilliant. So has Wirtz, and we bring in Kirkers, bring in Woodman on a free. I'm not counting Mamardashvili, because he came in the year before. Everyone classes him as a this season signing. We bought him, loaned him back to Valencia. That counts as a last season signing, but actually played this year. But it's been awful this year. You think of the tactics, and Slot came in, he had a very, very interesting tactical approach in which it was sort of the defenders do the pushing up, as we did with Klopp, where you had Robbo and you had Trent. They'd be pushing up, and you've sort of got a false nine in what he had at Feyenoord with Santiago Jimenez, the Mexican striker. He likes to be pushing back in, playing a bit deeper, a bit like a Harry Kane role at the end of Spurs, and sort of how he plays for England, where he comes in, he starts the attack, passes it off to the wingers, and then lets them go. And then it's just... The thing is, this is going to be a really, really, really raw video. And I feel like there could be a lot of waffling, there could not be. I don't want to make this a really long video just because of the amount of waffling. But you just got to think of the heavy metal football that we were playing under Klopp, as it was described. It was just constantly boom, 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 boom. And then under Slot, especially this second season, has just been slow-paced football, trying to make something from nothing. And it doesn't work. It doesn't suit the style of the club. It doesn't suit the style of the players. But... because it's low tempo, and it's really predictable. You sort of know what's going to happen. And at set pieces, we weren't good this year. Defensively, we weren't good. Yeah, Van Dijk, our defence, I don't knock him. Van Dijk was good. Konate was Konate. I was in and out of love with him throughout this season. I love him, but he was god awful. And now apparently he's leaving. He's not signing a new contract. Why? Apparently we agreed his duration, we agreed his salary, but apparently the bonuses were too much, and we're now losing a player that we bought for 40 million for free. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you have a look at the turnover, I know this is something to do with FSG as well, but I'm going to try and see if I can find it, put it up here. We've had about £10 million of turnover from players that have left on a free, of players that we should have got hundreds of millions for combined, not individually. But still, it's the way this club is being run, not from the manager, but also from the ownership standpoint. It is ridiculous. But then you also have a look at why Slot being sacked, because we won the league. Any manager that's won the league should be given another year or two just to, hey, if he's had problems like Slot's had this year, you should be able to fix them. But it's got to a point where I feel bad for the man because he did win us a Premier League title, but that's with Klopp's team. He got given more money than Klopp ever had in a window. And look where that got us. That got us fifth. That got us fifth on 60 points. It's not good enough. And also, Slot lost the dressing room. And I think that's clear to see from every boom, boom, Salah's statement, boom, Curtis Jones, who's going to leave as well. Salah's left. Everyone's like sort of, we're playing around it like, oh, you shouldn't sack Slot. You shouldn't be, you should be grateful for that he won your 20th Premier League title, your 20th Premiership title, sorry. 2 Premier Leagues, 18 Division 1s. But still, it's not good enough that you go, yeah, great, brilliant, we've won a title. He's not Pep Guardiola. He's not, Antonio. But look, we look at it. There you go. We go Chelsea. Antonio Conte. Pretty sure he won the Prem. Got sacked. It was the other one. It was the other Italian that had an issue. Did he win it? What's his face? Maurizio Sarri. I don't think he won it, but Conte did, and he left the season after, didn't he? When he won it with Chelsea in 2016, 17, I think. Just after Leicester. So yeah, I think it was 16, 17. But still, the fact that he lost the dressing room, there were so many clear and obvious like cracks and breaks in it, especially with his whole issue with Salah in December. I was down in Alicante with Harry for Elche Girona. Watch that video if you want to. And we were watching Liverpool Leeds, where we were 3-1 up. We were 2-1 up. They scored, make it 2-2. Then we score in the 80th minute, 3-2. And then we're sat there watching the game, and there are a bunch of Leeds fans, and they were going, "Oh, well done on the win. You bought the league again." No, we didn't. I said to them, "You're going to score now, and it's going to look like a mick take." And then they scored. I said to Harry, "We saw that happen." And then what happened after that? Salah had a whole rant at the press, and that all happened, and he threw his handbags out, rightly so. The way that Slot has treated club legends this season, especially with Mo Salah, and look, I'm not going to be on the high horse going, I back Salah the entire season, because compared to last year, he was nowhere near that level. That I know there were issues with the club with Jota's death, and that really, I tried to take a day off of work for it. That really affected me. Jota meant so much to me as a fan, and God forbid what the players thought. But it gets to a point in which, yes, they're having a bad season, and everyone's going to be critical on the performances, but Slot didn't help out at all. Didn't help at all. Like the way he dealt with Robertson. Robertson, club legend. I don't know. I've run out of words, and it's a shame because the club became toxic towards the end, which is something you never expect to see from Liverpool. You never see from fan bases. That, yeah, under Klopp, we had the miracle years. We had the brilliance of it all. And we were winning titles. We were winning Champions Leagues. We were winning Premier Leagues. We were winning FA Cups. We were winning Carabao Cups. We were winning Club World Cups. We won everything under Klopp. And for that, he will be greatest manager of all time for me. Especially in my lifetime. Not going to do all that with pacing and stuff. But still, to come into the Liverpool job, such a prestigious job, and do that in your first full season, in my mind, as a manager that's made your own team. And yes, he's been unlucky with the injuries, as I said. But still, it's a bit too much. You've had this sort of season, and hey, it's happened. But, yeah, again, FSG have also, they came out and praised Slot's handling with his compassion, his humanity, and his leadership, through the dark periods of Jota's death. But I just felt like the way that he approached towards the end of the season, or from December onwards with Salah, with a lot of the players, that yes, they're not going to be playing to their best level because one of their best mates has just died in the summer. It's ridiculous. If I cried, imagine I cried. Imagine how they bloody felt. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm so sorry I swore then. But still, I just felt like as soon as that Salah stuff happened, the dressing room went it started to change. You could see there was a toxicity, you could see there was negativity inside the club, and it just wasn't good enough. And now, sort of thinking about it, yeah, Robin right. Everything's well within their right for the players to show their disconsent to the manager. But still, we've wasted so much time on getting rid of him. Because, hey, in January, I am not a man that wants to see a manager get sacked from Liverpool. Especially Slot. He won us a Premiership. The only other person that's done that is Klopp. But then was it with Klopp's team? Was it from his tactics? Who knows? It definitely was, though. But I'm just there going, come on. He had to have left. Or we should have made it a thing of, he will stay till the end of the season, then he's leaving. And we lost out on Xabi Alonso, who I wanted Xabi Alonso to replace Klopp. And he got the Real Madrid job, so yeah, understandable. But we've lost Alonso to Chelsea, man. It's ridiculous. And then, look, we're getting Iraola, and I'm really happy with Iraola because he's done wonderful stuff with Bournemouth, and he's going to do great stuff with Liverpool, hopefully, as long as we get him. It's looking like we're going to get him, but please, I really hope we do. But it's just it is frustrated me how long it's taken for the ownership to make this decision on slacking Arne Slot. Because all season, it's been made clear that we've wanted him to go, and that's it. But hey, I know it's whole entitlement and everything, but come on, guys. He had to have gone sooner. Maybe don't see out the end of the season, but tell him after that season's ended, you're gone. Instead of mucking around. And we've now lost Xabi Alonso. He joined Chelsea, the penultimate week of the season? They could have said SSG could have said, yeah, we've agreed to sack Slot. We're not going to make an announcement until after the season's finished, but you're going to be the next manager. And he was holding out for the Liverpool position, for goodness sakes. But, yeah, it's annoying. Xabi Alonso, one of my favourite players when I was a child, especially with him at Liverpool, him at Real Madrid, and Bayern, but come on, we've taken the mick here. But hey, here we go. It's not too late, Salah, to come back. I know you've left. It's not too late to come back for another year. Now that Slot's gone, you could always come back. I know Robbo's apparently, according to Fabrizio, he's had a here we go with Spurs, which is a shame. But hey, and hopefully Cody Gakpo gets sold. Because I loved Gakpo, but this last season has made me despise the man. I've despised watching him play football. I think I've got a thing where I might have been October to November, December time, just here, of the games that we had with Gakpo starting and with Gakpo on the bench or not in the squad. And as you can see, there's a lot of losses with him starting, but a lot of results with him not starting. But hey, who knows? Who knows? I don't know where the club's going to go from here. Hopefully we get Iraola. Hopefully we bring in a centre-back now to replace Konate. Because as much as I love Xhaka and Leone, they're both young. They've both been injured this season. We need to have someone in there. And I love Joe Gomez. I'd love Joe Gomez and Van Dijk to have their partnership again. But it's just is he going to be fit the whole season? We need a Nico Schlotterbeck or I remember us being linked to Bastoni. That'd be class. I'd love a Schlotterbeck. I wanted Sensi, but apparently he's now getting a here we go to Spurs, if I've got the picture here. I'm doing a lot of editing myself for a little rant. And then what? We need a midfielder, because apparently it's looking like McAllister might leave, which I find ridiculous if we sell McAllister. Shouldn't sell him. Yes, he's not had the best season, but it's Alexis McAllister, for goodness sakes. What's he done for Liverpool the last 2 seasons before that? He's been brilliant. But yeah, we need a new right winger. I want Jared Bowen. Bring Jared Bowen into Call of Duty West Ham. Elise would be class. He'll cost a lot of money. Who knows what's going to happen with the club. But yes, I hope you enjoyed the immediate reaction to Arne Slot's firing and the mini crash out. I don't know if I've really formulated anything particularly well in this, but hey, it's going on the YouTube channel. Enjoy. I had a video I wanted to post before this. It could come after, it could come before, who knows. But yes, it's going to come after, definitely. But yes, thank you all for watching today's video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And every like we get is the chance Gakpo gets sold. No, I'm joking. But yes, anyway, thank you for watching and goodbye.